We're over here looking on, and then we're not live yet.
Oh, we are. It says live in the corner.
It just now hit on live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Real Estate Unlimited, where you get unlimited information about the real estate market from professionals like James Franklin, Renee Hackett, and Evelyn Olivares. We're getting ready to talk about the 10 apps every real estate agent needs on their phone right after this. And welcome back, everybody. And so how's everyone doing today?
Wonderful.
Good.
Renee, welcome back.
How are you?
You have been gone, Renee.
Long time no see.
I'm back.
We can see that.
I don't know if y'all are ready for me, but I'm back.
Oh, Lord.
James told me earlier, he already knew I was crazy. I was shocked when he said that, actually.
I'm not going to comment. I'm not
either.
Oh,
that's so funny. All right. Well, so today's topic, we're going to be talking about 10 apps every real estate agent needs on their phone. And the first one I have down, and everyone feel free to chime in. And those listening, comment below which ones you like to use as agents or prefer to use. I have number one, as much as I do not like them, Zillow. I have Zillow, and then your MLS app, Redfin, any of these apps that show properties, because if you're like me, when I'm out showing properties, I will get my clients and they'll send me a link. How about this home? And the moment I click on it, it takes me to the Zillow app. What do you think about that, Renee? Chime in on a little bit of that.
okay. I'm going to chime in on all the real estate agents. You need to have this conversation with your buyers. You need to go ahead and explain to them how Zillow, Redfin, Realtor.com, all these sites work. It's great that they use it. I have tons of clients that prefer Zillow. Wonderful that they use it, but you need to make sure they understand. If they click on any button on Zillow, Realtor, whatever, you'd like to see this, contact agent, whatever, they're going to get bombarded with phone calls from other agents. You let them know, look, I'm your agent. You have agency with me. You can look at any of the sites. Send me the link directory. Don't click, get more information or whatever, because then you're going to have all these agents start calling you, emailing you, yada, 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 yada. It just saves you a lot of time if you explain the process to them, explain to them that, hey, Zillow sells your information to agents. Agents pay to get these leads. Be very honest with them so they understand the process. And by the same token, then they just start texting you the links directly. Because I have had clients before that have hit those buttons and get constant calls from agents.
I like that a lot, Renee. Yeah, you have to let them know that that is really important to inform the client about what happens on Zillow app when you click on it.
Yeah, and by the same token, you want them to be comfortable and use the apps that they choose to use to look at homes too. You know what I'm saying? So it's fine if they want to use Zillow. Just send me the link. Don't be getting a different agent. It's not going to work because you got agency with me.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness.
Hey, Renee, would you say that the MLS also tends to give more accurate real-time information as far as updates, whereas Redfin and Zillow may not do that?
I do think the MLS gives better, accurate information because Zillow, Redfin, Realtor, they're getting that information. They get it, but it's a little bit slower. So if your clients are using the direct MLS app, which I encourage them to do, but I'm telling you, people are creatures of habit. They still end up doing the Zillow or whatnot. But yes, it is more accurate information to use the direct MLS.
I like our MLS.
I would throw Movado in there.
I do too.
Because I get Movados. Do you ever get some of your clients using Movado?
Very few. I maybe had 2 that use that, not many. Most
Okay.
is Zillow, and I probably 25%
Okay.
Redfin, most is Zillow.
Mm-hmm. Most is what I mean. Our MLS app is it's updated. It's amazing now.
Yeah, the new one's really good compared to what it was. I really like it.
Yeah, there's a hot sheet section. I mean, James, you're the one who told me you can change your listing from active to pending. You can make adjustments on there. You can directly pull up the documents. You can pull up the disclosures on this app. I mean, agents really need to be using this religiously and sharing it. And then there's a chat section in it. Here, look at me boosting this out. And you mentioned it earlier, Renee, mortgage calculator. It's in this app. And if so, that can be a combo, but we can talk about that. And
Yeah.
just
Does the
share your little
mortgage
experience.
calculator on there have where you can put the down payment, PMI, and all that in there? I haven't never really looked at it because I have my own mortgage calculator app.
Okay, it does.
Okay, good.
Which one do you use, Renee, for your mortgage calculator?
Mine is through Atlantic Bay.
Okay, so you're using the app from your lender.
Yep.
The lender app. Evelyn, do you guys have a lender app? Just curious.
If you go to our website, we do have, we do actually have a lender app where real estate agents can actually go. It's kind of like a pre-approve me app, but ours is a little different, and it kind of gives you that mortgage calculator. But I know there's a good calculator you could get on your Apple or Android. It's called Mortgage Calculator Plus, and I actually have it up to kind of show you guys. I don't know if you guys could see it because my screen is so bright. I was trying to get the settings to go down a little bit, but you could either do the loan only on here. You could kind of put PMI, interest rate, what kind of percentage of down payment. I think this is a good actual app, Mortgage Calculator Plus. You could get it on your app phone or Android as well. So I think it's pretty good because it's accurate as far as, the down payment. If it's 3.5 right here, I have it as a 20%. And then you could click on this and put loan only, but then you could add everything else as far as the mortgage insurance and estimate. So your client will be able to know, an estimate of what their payment might be and things like that with the down payment as well. So, and the interest rate. So you're allowed to put, whatever interest rate the market's at now. If you go to more, any mortgage like News Daily, you could go there and they'll show you the interest rates based on, nationwide or, and then you could kind of see what an estimate would be on your monthly payment on that. So I think that's pretty good.
Yep.
Awesome. And that is another app that we are going to be talking about is Mortgage News Daily. So agents can see the active interest rates out there and where they're at. Now, Evelyn, I'm going to pull this up real quick. I'm sure you're the one who introduced me to this app. This is Federal Reserve. Is this where they're getting their information from?
Yeah, well, that is just an estimate of all the lenders. Every state, it kind of gives you an estimate of what rates are an estimate of those, but really you should call your lender, and because every lender is different, as far as par, as far as overlays, but they're interest rate is on conventional, on FHA, on a 5-year ARM, and you'll see on there. So it's a pretty good website to go to. I wouldn't some clients might get scared. I wouldn't just base it off of that. I would suggest that if you do see an interest rate and before you get nervous about it or anything, call your local or your lender that you actually work with and get an actual quote. Because sometimes you just base it off of this Mortgage News Daily or any other website that shows you, hey, mortgage rates are 8%, just an example. And people freak out, but sometimes every financial situation is kind of different. So always sit with a lender or send your clients to get pre-qualified to actually get an actual rate based on their information.
Awesome. We have Jameson. I know Jameson. He's an amazing agent. And he says Uber Eats caused the office microwave is totally, I don't know what sus stands for.
Suspect.
Renee, what's that?
Suspect. It means he doesn't want to put no food in the microwave. It needs to
suspicious.
be clean. It's
Because
nasty. He might get some fungus on his food.
Because it's a suspect. What's up, Michael? What's happening, brother? Oh my goodness. I was wondering what that means. Hey, think about it. Uber Eats is not a bad idea, especially if you're helping your clients move in and you want to give them a surprise. You can Uber Eat a pizza or whatever and then bring them, take them some food. That's actually a good app to have. Um, and so those are some great apps to put on. Thanks, guys, for chiming in on that. I have also now next is an e-sign, any e-sign app. So I use Dotloop here. Renee, I believe you use Dotloop. You guys use DigiSign, right, James? Some people use
yeah,
DocuSign. You know, it's like today I was previewing properties this morning, and I wrote an offer last night. Was not signed. I called the client just to confirm everything went through. She said, "Yeah, but I want to change the offer price." Well, I'm at a property in Greensboro this morning, and so I just pull out my app, changed the price, resent it out, and bam, it got done. Instead of waiting to come back to the office, go through the show that we're doing, then pull up the computer and go through everything. So I do think those are important apps. So you guys want to chime in on anything like that?
I use my dot loop all the time app because when I pick up earnest money, due diligence money, get the page sign where you've delivered it, I immediately scan it from my phone into dot loop and it goes right into your loop and it's right there. You don't have to worry about it. You can pick the check up from the client and go straight to wherever it needs to go instead of having to run to the office and make a copy and scan it and PDF it and all this. And I just do it right into the app.
That is another app that needs to be put on there, and that is a scanning app. If you have an iPhone, ladies and gentlemen, if you go to your notes, there is an automatically built-in scanner. I believe you guys already know this, but in notes, there's automatically built-in scanner. You can press and hold, and you'll see where it says scans. You can even open it. I'm showing everyone who's watching. You can even open it, open the Notes app and scan, or you can use another app. Well, it was a Tiny Scan. I was using Tiny Scan for a while, but it only lets you scan like 2 or 3 apps, 2 or 3 pages or something, and then you have to pay for it.
same thing with Tiny Scanner and Genius app scan. Same thing.
Yeah.
They're all trials.
And if you got dot loop or I don't know, does anybody use DocuSign that's listening to this? I never could. I just did not like DocuSign. I mean, I'm sure they probably have. I use my dot loop to scan everything. Anything a client gives me, mobily wise, I just take a picture, scan it, boom, it's there. I don't know if DocuSign. James, do you use dot loop?
No, we used DigiSign.
DigiSign? Okay.
Let me ask you, because I have used the Dotloop app and I've scanned documents, but I had issues printing, so I just went back to my Apple one. Do you have a problem printing from your phone?
No, I've never had a problem printing from my phone.
It's my printer then.
I have had problems. It depends on what printer I'm aiming at, what printer I'm using. I can have printing problems, but yeah. But since I have an iPhone, I usually just use the Notes, the iPhone app, scanning app, and Notes.
Cool.
I know our company uses DocuSign to send in, final documents or, initial applications, things like that. And they'll send it to my email as well to sign my part of it. I've never had a problem with it. But I don't use it in particular to send to my clients because that's something that they do as far as, the process of the department. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
But I've never had
Renee.
an issue with it. I mean, as far as signing it and
Cool. Renee, you're showing some vacant land and you're in the woods and you want to see the property lines. What app are you going to use?
I'm going to use the GIS for the county.
On your phone?
That is correct.
And it's an app? It's an app?
Well, I think Randolph has an app. I don't know that all of them have an app, but I still pull it up my web browser. I've used your app before, Paul, and at the time I used it, it wasn't very accurate.
Ladies and gentlemen, the app I'm speaking of is Land Glide, and I do pay. It's $100 for the year, and I do pay. Um, so I like it. It shows me the property lines. It shows me the tax card. And you know how many times I've been out there showing, well, where did this land go? Well, it goes to this post and just curves around. No, I'm pull it up and I start walking and I let them know this is a tax card app. You really want to get a surveyor out here to see the property. And then do you get this, Renee? James? Well, who's the neighbors? I wonder if the neighbors are selling. I pull up the neighbors. Who owns that property across the street? Pull that up. I can see all that. So it's one good thing that I have,
Yeah.
but I mean it, and this is all over for the United States. That's what's good about it. I believe it's like a Google,
Yeah.
Google that linked into all the GISs,
Yeah.
and they just made that.
Some of these
And
apps will overlap though with their usages. So, for example, what you just mentioned, Paul, the MLS app, you can go through Realist and put in the address and get like a roadmap, a drawing of the neighborhood, or either you can get, convert it into satellite so you can actually see how it looks from a bird's eye view. So, and you can find out the owners who live there from that using that mechanism inside of the MLS app. So some of these apps do overlap in their usages.
Gotcha. Yeah, that is true. And then any other comments on that, Renee?
no.
Okay. And then what else do I have written down? We talked about mortgage news, social media app. This is where it's going to be good. Social media apps.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, a lot of agents already have these. Any social media app, and messaging apps. Not everyone. I've noticed a lot of my uh, clients that are not native here will use third-party messaging apps. They'll use WhatsApp, they'll use Viber, they'll use Facebook Messenger, they'll use Instagram Messenger, the Messenger Instagram app. Do you guys see this as well?
I'm not really. I mean, some of your
Yeah.
clients that might be out of state, out of country. I've had some out of country that would use those apps, but for the most part, mine are strictly text. You know, um,
A lot of my Hispanic clients, I laugh because they'll use the WhatsApp. They're
yeah.
like, oh, can I send you documents to him? I'm like, no, you can't. That's why I'm laughing. Even through Messenger and Facebook, I'm like, no, but WhatsApp is very popular. Even if they're here in the States, they'll use that WhatsApp application app, and they're like, oh, can I give you my information? No, can you call me? Like, and I'll tell you how to scan documents through my
Yeah.
website, or come to the office, perhaps.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so
your
funny.
your millennials and your newer, your younger clientele, they like the Snapchat. I have some that communicate with Snapchat. I like Snapchat. Like I was telling you earlier, I use Snapchat to as a way to just connect with my clients. I'll Any of you that are familiar with Snapchat, they have the filters on it for videos, for pictures, whatnot. So I do videos, funny videos where it changes your voice, your face, your this, your that. And I'll do short video clips and I'll text them out to my clients. It's just totally funny. It just makes people laugh just to get in touch and let them know you're still there. I'm not selling them. I don't even bring up real estate. It's just different little topics just to make them laugh. They love it. It's just a good way to connect, to reach them, to touch them.
That's awesome. Yeah, I will.
That's
I'm
actually
gonna.
pretty cool. Hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to piggyback on that. If you got an iPhone and you go to, and it only works, I noticed if you go to messages. If you go to messages and then you want to send someone a video message, um, you can do video. And then right in that bottom corner, there's a star. And you hit the star button and then the filter button. You can do like a cartoon version, you know. See how
Really?
it looks
Yeah.
cartoony?
Snapchat got them beat by a landslide. Apple needs to pick it up a little bit. I wish they would. Then I wouldn't have to have the Snapchat app.
That's a
So you're referring to Snapchat converting it to a caricature, like a cartoon?
Snapchat converts you to anything. Like it makes your Oh, I can't do it. I was going to
Yeah,
send y'all one.
I think that I know what you're talking about, where you get like 4 choices, and it's like a
No, you
pecking
get
order.
hundreds of choices. It's a lot of different choices. Oh yeah,
Okay, I
there's
saw it a long time ago.
unlimited on Snapchat.
Okay, I didn't know it had branched out in that
Yeah.
manner.
Oh yeah, it's huge.
Okay.
You got Snapchat, you got TikToks is what I call it. It's TikTok, I know.
Oh yeah.
You got what I love about Facebook, Instagram is what I've really been hitting lately. What I love about it is you can take quick pictures and post them on your story, and they
Yeah.
connect, they link to Facebook. There's a
Because they're owned
bridge
by
there.
the same company, Meta. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and so you could just share one reel here and it goes there. And to believe it or not, I got a stronger presence on Facebook. Some people do. Some people have the Instagram. I mean, it's just what you
Can
Oh,
I
got.
TikTok.
can I give a tip on that?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I do a lot of Facebook too, and I do some marketing for other people, and I manage their accounts, social media accounts. So there's a lot of Facebook to their algorithm. So just telling agents that are on here, Facebook hates when you put an external link to guide people away from Facebook. So, like when you do your story or your reels, it doesn't like for you to put, it won't let you put a link on there to go to another website on story and reels. But if you do it in Instagram first, you can put a link and it clicks to take you to your Facebook page, yada yada or whatever. So if you do it in Instagram first and then download it and share it to your Facebook story or reel, you have the link
Yeah.
in there.
Gotcha.
Um, and on your Facebook stories, you can't even put a link. But if you do it in
Yeah, I noticed that.
Instagram and share it, you have to do it backwards, the backwards
Yeah,
effect. Then you can do it.
yeah, I've noticed that. It's just
It's because Facebook does not like for you to steer their clientele away from Facebook to
okay.
external. They don't like that at all.
Gotcha. Cool. So thanks for that.
Yeah. In
That's
fact, and
good to
when you
know.
do the Instagram, it will actually give you an option, ask you if you want to share it to Facebook. And Facebook
Mhm.
doesn't like TikTok either. I don't know if you said that broke up on
Yeah,
me.
Facebook doesn't like
Facebook
any other
despises
social
TikTok.
media. They don't like any other social media other than Insta because they're kind of
In fact,
conjoined. But
I think TikTok puts like a watermark on there. So when you try to transfer it to Facebook, it sometimes won't even transfer, or either Facebook, the artificial intelligence will recognize it and it won't pick up on Facebook. But Facebook cannot stand TikTok.
yeah, a simple solution to that, you create a reel and instead of
Yep.
doing it, you can create the same TikTok in your Facebook as a reel without the TikTok on there. That's what I would do. That way they let it go. But yeah, Facebook doesn't like for you to steer their clientele anywhere else. They don't
It,
like external links at all. And they bog you down when you put too many of them up.
Yep.
so, you create a reel, but wouldn't the reel isn't the reel when it's saved on your phone with no volume? That's what I've noticed.
A reel on Facebook? What do
No,
you
no,
mean, no volume?
a reel. If I create a reel on Instagram,
Well, reels can be like a video. The reel can be like a
Yeah,
video
reels of
that you
video. Now,
can do with
Instagram just changed it. You can do
that's
up
the
to
video.
60 seconds on Instagram now on a
okay,
reel.
okay,
Yeah.
Used to you could do longer reels on Instagram, but it did it in segments. It would stop it and start it again. Now they've changed it, recently changed it. You can do a whole 60 seconds now without interruption.
okay.
So what are you saying? Like you're doing a reel that has I don't understand what you're saying, Paul.
So I'm saying I do a reel on Instagram,
Hmm.
and then it downloads to my phone. But I believe it has no volume when it downloads to my phone. I have to check that.
Did you turn the volume up? A lot of times when you download things, you have to turn your volume up again on your phone for some reason on the iPhone. And maybe it is playing. You just didn't turn your volume up here. I don't know.
That could be it. I'm gonna have to play around with it. Because I
I would
make
start it out on your iPhone first.
yeah. I might
I
do
start
that.
out on your iPhone first.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what I do, and I'm going to have to play with it. I will do that, James. I'll start off on the iPhone first. Um, I've got Canva and Snapshot are 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 apps every real estate agent needs on their phone, and if not Snapshot, some type of editing, right? Some type of editing program. Canva's amazing. I've heard nothing but great things about it. Is it worth the money? Evelyn, what do you think about that?
I think it is. I mean, especially if you're a real estate agent, we just saw James, showed us all the what he's done on his market and stuff, and it looks pretty cool. So I think it's worth the subscription, honestly. And
Well,
if you
you
get it
can get
for
it
free,
for free too. You don't have to
you
be
can.
a pro member. You can get it for free, and it does pretty much everything.
It does, yeah.
Sure, sure. Yeah, and some type of editing, because this is what I've been doing. I've been making my own videos. 90% of the videos I make
Yeah.
is made through InShot. Then I just take the video and then I upload it on all the social media websites that I use. I do pay for InShot because it takes off the watermark and it gives me other options. It's a one-time payment the way I did it. Everyone's different. There's other options out there. I'm sure there's tons of, if you can edit. I will recommend, if you're going to do editing on your phone, to find an editing program that's simple and fast and good. Don't have to be perfect, but it has to be good. And you can just bam, bam, bam. I was a bozo and I bought this Apple computer and I wanted to make these great videos. So guess what I downloaded? I paid for Final Cut Pro, which is expensive. I have no idea how to work the damn thing. I paid this millennial some money to help teach me for 3 hours. I still don't know how to do it. I still have no idea how to do it. And so I just recommend, if you're going to use it your computer, find you an editing program that's simple that you can use. Final Cut Pro, they make professional videos. Like, they make cinema videos from it. You watch in cinema. So unless you got time to really figure out how this thing works, it's great. I'm not saying I'm not knocking it, but it's just not something for me. I just need to get face, content, value, blah, 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 and get it out there. So
I like Canva a lot because within the inventory that Canva has, as you scroll through the possible backgrounds and everything, some are you pay for, and some are free. So you can and get free stuff through Canva. I've not paid for Canva yet, and I've made a whole listing presentation flyer presentation notebook from Canva from my phone,
Wow.
no less, and it's been very effective. So Canva, you can get the free stuff on Canva that, in my opinion, is nice.
James, show them your listing presentation. Look at this, guys. This is amazing. This is a whole book.
James is on it, man.
James is a beast, dude.
I just did our colors are black and gold, and
from list to sold. Ooh,
look at that.
Bam.
And wish I had 3 hands. But it's the process when I'm presenting to prospective seller clients. Takes them through the whole gamut.
Amazing. All that was done from your phone, ladies and gentlemen. Those of you watching and those of you who are listening to this podcast, James has a book. It's probably about 100 pages of professional pictures and how to list, how he's going to sell your home and get you the most money. And all this was done out of his phone.
Call James, y'all, if y'all want to sell.
Yeah.
This has put the photography and the video camera out of business, I feel, or it's really taken a hit. This little device right here, it does everything.
Oh yeah.
For Apple users, I recommend downloading Snapseed. It is a free app, and it will convert your pictures from PNG to JPEG. And we need JPEG to upload into the MLS. You can go into your settings and you can set it where it will save as JPEG. It's like 6-7 steps. I don't know I knew the process. I don't know. JPEG takes up more space, so Apple use PNG. However, if you need to convert it, you go to Snapseed, download the app, and it'll convert it to JPEG immediately.
And you can also do that in Canva too.
Can you really? Okay.
A
There we
lot of these apps that we got, they're multiple, like James said earlier, like they serve multiple purposes to do that.
Sure. Sure. I know Snapshot will also do it.
They will overlap.
I cut you off there, James. What
Yeah,
was that?
James, you broke up. I think he's got a bad connection.
Okay, we'll come back. We'll come back. And let's see if I'm missing anything. I did have showing time and e-key agents. You should already have this app on your phone. A showing time app is very important. You're showing properties. You show your 3 properties that you wanted to show, and then you see one across the street, or you've seen one that just hit the market. Your clients find it usually, and they say, "Hey, can you show me this property?" I used to be that agent who called everything in. Now, no, I just put it in the phone, put it in the showing time app. Boom, boom, boom. Got the approval. We go straight to the property. Another one is the e key. I used to remember. Do you remember the little block we used to carry around? The little square block. You can open up the e boxes, the super boxes. Now they're an app. Now they're on the phone. You're going to need it. So every agent needs that. Those are kind of given. Any apps I'm missing here, guys? Any apps that you use that not the average app? Did I put Compass? Did we talk about the Compass
Oh, you
app?
mean
No, we did not. You did not talk about the Compass app yet.
Yeah. So I think every agent should have the Compass app on their phone. If not, you can get it on your smartwatch. You if you listen to your clients, and if you am I the only one experiencing this? Clients will ask me, which way does the sun come up? Which way is north? And so when I'm in the house and I'm showing them the primary bedroom, I pull up the Compass app and I say, okay, the sun will be rising on this side or it will be setting over here, for example. So if the primary bedroom's on the west side, I say, you're going to get sunlight in here in the evening. If the kitchen is facing east, I'll tell them in the morning, you're going to get the morning sun coming in this way. North is this way or that way. So I think it's good. And as we talked about earlier, some cultures want their house to be facing a certain way. And that is something I think agents should know and be prepared with.
And if you have an Apple phone, it already comes on there.
Yep. Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It's on your app. It's on your Apple phone already.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's cool. And I think that's it that I've got here. I did put Spotify. Okay, we're going over a little bit, guys. I did put Spotify. You're driving your clients around. You want to play some music. You're hosting an open house. Put some music on when you're hosting an open house.
I'll tell you one we didn't go over, and I know it's kind of preschoolish, but of course everybody needs to have some kind of map app to get to where they're going. Directions, Google, Apple. Which that comes on your Apple phone anyway.
All these people love Waze. You guys got that? Everyone's like Waze. Go.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of space, the Waze, I think.
I think so too. And it burns. If you don't tell it to go to sleep, it eats up all your battery.
Yeah, it does.
So I just use Google Maps, or I use the Apple Maps.
Yeah, and a lot of times in showing time, you just hit get directions. It takes you right to. I mean, you know what I'm saying. The showing time has that where you pull it up, and you just hit that too.
Ooh, Zoom, FaceTime, a video app.
Yep, you can give real-time virtuals with those if your clients are absentee. Yep.
Yeah, I did a lot of that during COVID era. Did a lot of FaceTime with people that had Apple phones and Zoom, showing houses and buyer consults and I'll tell you something good too that y'all should have is the calendar app. One of the calendar apps, Calendly. If you have a buyer system and you do buyer consults, some of you don't do buyer consults. But if you do have a system that you do, you could send them out emails and stuff and say, hey, just pick your time. You can either do Zoom or come into the office. Here's my calendar. You can pick your time that you want to set your appointment. I mean, it's very easy to do.
Which app is that?
Calendly is what I use. CALENDY.
CALENDY.
Endy, Calendy.
Calendly. Is that a Calendly app, or does it adapt to your Apple
It's an
calendar?
app.
Okay. And then you'll send this to your clients, and then they can.
Well, no, I put it in as part of my buyer system. Like, I'll send, like, if you get a new buyer, and every agent does everything different. Like, I used to be one, I just meet you at the house for the first show and da da da. Now I don't do that. Now I send, you want to look at houses. We have a process we go through. I send them an email or text them, and I'll give them the step process. And when we get to that point, it'll be like, hey, you need to come in for a buyer consult. And here's my calendar. Click here, and you can schedule your time. You can either come into the office, or I'll come meet you somewhere, or we can do it via Zoom. And I'm telling you, more and more is choosing for Zoom.
I see.
Yep. And they
That's
pick their
all on
own
the app.
time.
That's
Yep.
all on the app.
It's all on the app, and you can go and show what times that you have available. Yep.
Is that at price? Does it cost anything? I'm just curious.
They have a free version of it. They have a paid version, but I can't remember how much I pay for it.
I'm a believer in paying.
Yeah.
For apps, because you'll get the full access, and then
Yeah.
you'll be able to use it to the best of your ability. If
And
it's going to help, if it's going to now,
Yeah.
we're talking about really drive your business.
And back to Canva, the free version of Canva, it is absolutely wonderful. The free version is great. You can do tons and tons of stuff with the free version. But I did upgrade about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, to the Pro. You can do a little bit more, like you can upload a picture and you can take the background out of it. There's a lot more you can do with the Pro, and I like the Pro. But with that being said, if you're in a spot where you don't want to spend the money, or you don't have the extra money, still get the free version of Canva. It is amazing, all the things that you can do with the free version.
Awesome. Well, that one's going on my phone because I don't have Canva.
Oh, Canva's great. And there's a lot of free classes out there for Canva. Canva is so user friendly. I mean, anybody can use it. That's what I like about it.
Cool.
Don't you agree, James? Don't you think Canva's very, very user friendly?
Oh, yeah. If I can use it, anybody can. If I can use it, anybody can.
Says James, that has all these master degrees and all this, isn't it? His intellect is way above all of us.
James got his own book out.
I know, right?
Yes, he does.
James is way ahead. We're
If I
talking
can
about
use
Canva,
it-
something.
Yeah, if I can use it, anybody can use it. Yeah, Mr. Brainy over there.
I
Yeah.
know.
But, well, thanks, guys. But seriously, Canva's very user friendly.
Yeah, it is.
It's very. Yep.
Awesome. Evelyn, any apps that we missed as a lender? By the way, everybody, Evelyn is the lender on the show. She's the black sheep. We're all realtors. She's the lender. Any apps that the consumer
Don't hate
can use?
Don't hate on me because of mortgage rates. It's not my fault, guys. Not my
I got a
fault.
good question for you, Evelyn.
No, not online. Not online.
Yes, online. I have a good
No,
question for you.
I don't know.
The fire.
I
And
don't
this
know.
is good for the realtors on here too, okay?
Mhm.
Can I call you on a Sunday or a Saturday afternoon, or can I call you? Can I get a hold of you on the weekend if it's an emergency? Can I text you? I just want to
an
know, will you
emergency.
respond?
Look, the realtors that call me now, I'm available Saturdays, and then Sundays. If I'm in service, I'll tell you, hey, I'm at church. Runner, call me right after. I get off around 11:30, 12. You could call me after that, yeah, or send me a text, and I'll.
No,
call you.
I'm saying if I send you a text, or within 2 to 3 hours, are you going to respond to me? I'm just asking.
Yep, I sure do.
You going to respond, girl?
I do.
Okay.
Ask some of my realtors over there. Ask Gary
Hernandez.
and Paul. I don't know if Paul called me on the weekend before, but I think
I probably have because
If it's on the weekend, yeah, I'll text.
I probably
I
have.
don't do it unless I have an emergency, but
yeah, I mean, we're salespeople. We have.
that's
to be
right.
Yeah, we're available. I mean,
I do my best not to
yeah.
call on Sundays. I try to give that day a break, and I work the schedule around
Yes.
that day. And since I've been doing real estate full time, this is my first year of doing it full time. I think I'm able to designate extract Sundays so far. We've got Saturday to look at properties. We have Monday to look at properties.
Now, I tell my clients, and I'm sure y'all do too, I set the expectation. I let them know when I'm available. And, Sundays, if something pops up, the way the market's been, I will show it to you, but I'm not taking on a new client that's not under agency or any of that. I mean, unless it's, I do set my days off, but I will show a property if it comes on the market and it needs to be seen. Does that make sense? But I let them know my days off too, so they know. But I do tell them, look, if something comes up, still reach out,
And you may, I've done open houses on Sundays. Yeah. If it's already in the schedule. Yeah.
Yeah.
But new clients, I'm with you on that all the way.
And there's some clients, honestly, that I've had to work with, and it's fine. You know it going into it when you meet with them. Hey, I work 6 days a week. The only day I have is on Sunday. Is that going to be a problem? They'll say that to me. Nope, it's not going to be a problem. But, like me, I'll say, but, I'm not going to, it's going to have to be Sunday afternoon because Sunday mornings, I go to church. I have, after 2:00, I can meet with you on Sunday, So you still kind of, you work with them, but you still kind of set the expectation of what your schedule for Sunday is. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
If you don't take a break, no one's going to give you a break.
No. Yeah, exactly.
And next week's topic is going to be 10 reasons why real estate agents fail. And that's going to be, be on
I got
here
a lot to say about that.
Yeah.
I got a whole lot to say about that.
Yeah. So next topic is going to be 10 reasons why they fail. And one of those reasons is scheduling. They don't know, I'm my own boss. I can do whatever I want. If you don't set your schedule, the schedule will set you.
And you have to treat it like a business. A lot of them don't treat it like a business.
No. Interested versus committed. We're going to get onto this. So, all right. Well, let's see. So we hit the 10 important apps. We have a few more, but top 10 important apps that every real estate agent should have on their phone and should be using in their folder, or have a real estate folder on here. And great about Apple, you can put apps into a small folder. And I'm sure Android had something similar to that. It's been forever since I had an Android. And so there we have it, folks. Well, I just want to say thank you guys for joining me today. And I hope everyone will catch you guys next time for sure. Everyone's, we have Renee, James, and Evelyn. Any closing statements from you guys?
No, well, thanks for having us. And James, thanks for sharing that Canvas booklet you have there. And Renee, all your information on it too. So
I just want to extend any of the new agents that might be watching or anything, if they have questions, hey, feel free to reach out to me. I'm always willing to help educate agents to make them better, because there is a lot of agents out there that, probably shouldn't be agents. And I think if we all work together and try to help everybody self-improve and to educate, it'll be great for the industry, great for me if I ever have to work with you.
Yeah, I agree with that. We just lost 300 agents. There were 7,600 agents. If you look at the roster now,
we're going to lose a lot more. Trust me, in this year, we're going to lose a whole lot more. And I can't really say that I'm upset about it. I think, it's probably going to be a good thing. And some of the ones are going to be the ones that we probably do need to lose, honestly. Yeah. Sorry.
No, that's how it is. You got to put in the work or you're not. I mean, it's that simple. Yeah. You're either going to dig or you're going to watch,
Yep.
Well, guys, thank you for joining me. Everyone, have a good evening. Thank you for watching. Bye, and guys. We'll catch you next week.
Bye.
And take care, guys. Thank you.
Real.
Yep.